I started it, went all over around the world to start sourcing and producing. And 2012, I was visiting a girl who I was dating at the time in France, looking for some showrooms to go and sell the product. She sat me down and she said, "Hey, I want to show you a video." And she showed me this video that showed some kids in Haiti under this system called the ReStart-Up system. It's kind of like a child slavery system. And at that point, I said, we got to get in touch with the people who made the video. So we got in touch with them, had a Skype call, and we told them, hey, we were really touched by your video. And they said, well, thank you, but we need help. We need money. It's hard to raise money. Do you have any ideas? I said, okay, well, let us get back to you. I thought, and I said, well, I have this travel goods line, and I've always wanted to, do something else with it to kind of raise awareness and also raise funds. And I said, okay, why don't let's do a collection of bags and goods that kind of tell the story in a really, not a sad way, but a really, a strong, triumphant way. And so I want to share a video with you, the video that we made based on that.
Too many barriers.
Too many obstacles.
Too many bonds holding us back.
Too many scenes of tragedy and suffering.
And not enough celebration of our creativity as human beings.
Let's express our creativity.
Celebrate our resilience.
And explore what it means to be free. Free.
Ça me dit c'est que les hommes qui ont liberté, ça veut dire li libre, li pas même gens que li.
Non, mais pour système ça free, not tout le monde.
Free from fear.
Free from doubt.
Free from insecurity.
Free from the heavy hands of oppression.
And changing the focus back to progression.
We all have dreams we want to embark on.
A rough past does not stop us.
Rather, it inspires to go.
Go and build something better for ourselves.
And share it with others.
We are free.
Nous sommes libres.
Les moins vini dans fondation, toute chaîne, tout ça m'pas kon joindre moi joindre yo, ça veut dire que chaîne nan cassé kounya.
Moi sensé moi vraiment intelligente pour me penser un bagage comme ça et moi penser que si me continuer comme ça me ka gagner un rêve pour m'aider toute les personnes qui est dans le système.
There is beauty in the struggle.
The struggle inspires the design.
Raw-edged leather and tough-coated canvas.
Speak to a raw, rough, and tough background.
Chunky bronze metallic hardware represent
the heavy bond that once held us and still holds many others.
The military aesthetic testifies
to the fight to go forward.
And the paintings of freedom found inside the lining
gives glimpse to the hopes and dreams that bubble inside all of us.
We all have our own dispositions in life,
as well as gifts.
It's our job to use them to create beauty
and carry freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom.
Thank you. So, we got our prototypes done. We wanted the prototypes to look strong. We wanted them to also, beg people to ask questions. What is that? Of course, they had to be functional, like all the other embargo goods are. Then we with MBARQGO, we always put artwork in the bag in some kind of way. So I actually had the kids draw what they believed freedom meant to them. And for many of them, it was their first time drawing or painting in their life. We decided we're gonna launch on Kickstarter. So we do all the research. We started this 2012. We start working, churning. We get the prototypes done, get pictures done by some of the best photographers that I know. We actually go to Haiti, meet with the kids, stay there, show them the line. They're so surprised. They're like, wow, someone did this? Yes. I said, I will be back next year. Okay, 2015 comes around. I had a great job at the time. I said, okay, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna launch this thing. And then our plan was, once we launch and get funded, we're moving to New York and we're gonna crush, and both my wife and I are gonna bang this out, get them in all the boutiques in New York, you know, be going back and forth to Haiti. We're gonna make this happen. One of the girls is gonna be our spokeswoman. We had everything planned out. We knew we had 3 months to get ready for it. We said, okay, let's take 6 months, get everything, get a PR company. We launch. First day, I'm getting calls and, you know, the pledges are coming in. Second day, they're coming in. Third day, they slow down. Fourth day, they slow down even more. Fifth day, sixth day, seventh day, nothing. We keep looking, we're now trying to grab at straws. How can we get this thing funded? It's not getting funded. Well, it didn't get funded. Now I have left my job, left my apartment. I'm on my way to New York. My wife's now pregnant. No job, no nothing. We go to New York, we went. Then we came back. I was in my feelings. I was kind of in a lurch. And then September of last year, I got with a coach. Her name's Veronica Conway. And she made me go deep within myself and start to remember, why did I start this? Who was I? And so I started to think about that. I actually had left, I had put all my prototypes away, put everything away. Business was kind of just, going at a slow pace. I actually had put my business cards away. I went to my business cards and looked at them. I want to share my business card with you. For my title, I had put doer before. And I started thinking, what does that mean to be a doer? And I thought about it all through last year. And I want to share with you guys some of the nuggets that I think for doer. Okay. The first letter is D. And for me, I think decide is the strongest word. We might have goals and dreams, but unless we decide to go on them, they're just going to stay on the wall or in our minds. We sometimes get held up thinking, how are we going to accomplish it? But I believe the most important is not how, but it's why. And once you start, insights start to come. And you can put one foot in front of the other. So that's the first word, decide for D. Next one, ownership for O. 2009, July 4th, my sister and I were at a potluck. I was seeing people I hadn't seen in years. We were having such a great time. We get a call from my mom. She's on the phone frantic. And she says, the business burnt down. I'm thinking, she's putting extra on that. So let me talk to Dad. I said, Dad, what happened? Is a fire in the lab or what? He said, no. The business is gone. This is our family business that my dad had started in his apartment when I was 1 year old and had grown it to 2 warehouses. My sister and I left the potluck and we drove from Redlands to Lancaster. We didn't speak. We get there, it's still smoldering. We go inside, we see the charred machines. We see the conveyor belts. My dad had paid for each of those machines himself over 20 years. I said, okay, let's go home. I said, we'll be okay. We got insurance. Fast forward, I find out we didn't have insurance. Because it was the recession around 2008, 2009, my dad said, I'm going to change insurances from one to the next. But he kept putting it off, and he never changed. I get home, I see a lot of long faces. My aunt was visiting at the time. Her face was long. My mom's face was long. But my dad was going from the kitchen to the living room carrying food. I'm thinking, what's going on? He said, son, we're going to have a Thanksgiving dinner. What? Thanksgiving dinner. We're going to talk about what we're thankful for. I said, okay. And that's what we did. And the following days, every single day, my dad went to the office, cleaned everything up, and slowly started to rebuild. And now it's back running. But that was that example, and I thought about it last year, it stuck with me. And I said, I can't be in my feelings if something I worked for 3 years didn't work. My dad worked over 23 years, and he's built it back up. So once we decide, whatever decision we make, no matter where it goes, we must take ownership. And as we take ownership, we go to the next letter. E. We must give it everything. One of my favorite motivational speakers, Eric Thomas, talks about a young man going to see a success guru. The success guru asks him to meet him at the ocean. They keep walking out to about chest, neck deep. The success guru dunks the young man's head into the water. At the point that the young man was about to drown, he pulls him back up. The young man breathes, gasping for air, and he said, how much did you want to breathe? The young man answers, more than anything else in the world. He says, if you attack your goals with that type of vigor, you will be successful. And it's true. Last year, I worked with my coach to start chiseling everything out that wasn't my goal. Many of you guys know that I like to dance. I had to cut dancing. I had to cut going out to movies. I had to cut my late nights. I had to cut my Netflix account. But when your back is up against the wall, I don't know why this is, but more genius starts to come your way and more opportunity. You start seeing things that you'll never would have seen before. And people start reaching out to you, which brings us to our next word, which is relationships. None of us are islands. We're surrounded with people. And there's an idea that people can be self-made and do it all by themselves. That's not true. Patty Cabrera, at one of the School of Business retreats, 2005, when she was asked the question, what's your most important piece to your success in business? She said relationships. I didn't understand at the time. She said, people who you meet now, you will be working with 10 years from now. I said, whoa, okay. And it's so true. Many of the things that I've accomplished, I couldn't have accomplished by myself. I think back to June 2010. I was in France. I met a young lady in the park. I told her I had a business. She said, oh, I can help you with your business. And I thought, yeah, right. She's right there, my wife. So, ending, I want to say that relationships are the base. And you can't think, who's going to help me? It doesn't work that way. You have to think, who am I going to help? Who am I going to serve? If you think, okay, who will help me make money? You will burn bridges. But if you think, who can I serve? Your influence will draw people to you, and things just start to magically work out. So, to recap, decisions, ownership, giving it everything, and having relationships. I want to say that we've decided to relaunch MBARQGO. I'm excited that through the crucible that I created, I was able to do one of my dreams, which was sourcing here in the United States. So we've started sourcing. This is one of the new prototypes. I'm excited to share it with you. Here is one also. And we are going to make it a success this time. And I want to thank you guys for listening.